Сайн цаана хандлага агшин нэ. Бүгдээрээ Summer Adventures гэсэн хуваарийн дагуу явагдаж байгаа зуны сургалтын 5 дахь ангийнхаа хичээлүүдийг үргэлжлүүлье. За хамгийн сүүлд бүгдээрээ day 2 буюу 2 дахь өдрийн хичээлүүдийг ажилласан байгаа. Харин day 3 ямар ч математикийн хичээл заагдаагүй юм өдөр байна. Time travel гэсэн сэдвтэйгээр бусад хичээлүүдэд давтах нэ. За тэгвэл бүгдээрээ 4 дахь өдөр рүү оръё. Day 4 has 3 lessons. So, out of the 3 lessons, let's go ahead, start with the first one. So, эхний хичээл маань area between two rectangles буюу яг хоёр тэгш үзэгдийн хооронд үүссэн дүрсийн хэлбэрийн талбайг олох нэ. Давхцсан талбай байж болно, эсвэл талбайн ялгааг олох нэ гэсэн үг. За, эхнийхээ асуултыг харъя бүгдээрээ. What is the area of the shaded region? So, энэ чинээс бүгдээрээ ажиллаж эхлэхээс өмнө хоёр зүйлийг онцлоё. За, асуулт маань өөрөө what is the area гэд энэ бол талбайг асуусан байна. За, тэгээд of the shaded region. So, энэ болохоор зэрэг аль нэг тэгш үндэстний онцгой яриаггүй. Зурган дээр харахад зэрэг хоёр янзын тэгш үндэстэй тийм үү. Нэг нь болохоор 15-ын харьцаатай ягаан өнгөтэй том тэгш үндэст, дотроо яг 3-3-ын харьцаатай цагаан өнгөтэй ийм жижигхэн тэгш үндэст буюу энэ тохиолдолд энэ бол квадрат байна тийм үү. Ижил талуудтай учраас. За гэхдээ асуулт маань болохоор зэрэг зөвхөн shaded буюу яг энэ өнгөтөөр будагдсан өнгөтөөр харагдаж байгаа хэсгийн талбайг олно гэсэн. Region гэхээр зэрэг хэсэг. Тэгэхээр бид нэр яг rectangles area буюу тэгш үндэстийн талбайг олох гаагүй. Тийм болохоор дан ягаан эсвэл дан цагааны тухай яриаггүй. Энэ хоёрын дундаас ялгагдаж харагдаж байгаа хэсэг буюу shaded энэ будагдсан өнгөтэй хэсгийг олох нэ гэсэн. За ийм байна. За асуултаа ойлгосны дараагаар хэрвээ энэ хоёр тэгш үндэстийг харах юм бол давхцад байрлагдсан буюу яг хоёр янзаар үзэж болно. За ягаан өнгөтэй болон цагаан өнгөтэй хоёр тэгш үндэстийг цагааныг нь ягааныхан дээрээр ингээд тавьсан байна гэд ингэж харж болно. Эсвэл энэ чинээс ягаан өнгөтэй юм том тэгш үндэст байсан бол дотор нь яг 3-3 хэмжээтэй ийм тэгш үндэстийг хайчилж авсан, гаргаж хассан гэдэг ч юм уу ингэж бас харж болохоор яаж ч харсан байсан гэсэн ийм давхцсан тэгш үндэстүүдийн дүрсүүдийн хоорондох ялгаа болвол энэ бол будагтай shaded гэсэн юм хэсэг маань болно. За ялгааг олохын тулд бид нар зөрүү нь юу вэ, ялгаа нь юу вэ, what is the difference гэсэн асуултанд хариулж байгаа учраас бид нар хасах үйлдэлийг хийх нэ гэдгээ ойлгож байгаа хэрэгтэй. За яагаад хасах үйлдэл гэдгийг зөвхөн үгтэй түлхүүр үг буюу keyword энтер гэж ярьдаг. За тэрнтэйг давхцуулж ойлгохоос гадна үнэхээр яг асуулт маань юуг асууж байна вэ гэж төсөөлж дүрсэлж харах хэрэгтэй. За тийм болохоор зөвхөн үгтэй ойлголцоод ингээ явж болно. Тусалдаг цаг хэмндэг боловч өгүүлбэртэй бодлого өргөжөө томроод ирэх тусам өгөгдөл нэмэгдээд эхлэх тусам ялгаа нь гарч ирнэ. За тийм болохоор хэдийгээр бид нар яг shaded area гэж хэлсэн боловч бид нар том ягааныгаа олохгүй юм байна. За дээрээс нь өнгөхгүй тэгш үндэстэг тавьчихад нэг хэсэг нь бол яг будагтай биш болчлоо. Тэгэхээр үлдсэн хэсэг буюу ялгаатай хэсгийг нь олох нэ гэсэн. За ингээд бүгдээрээ ажиллаа эхэлье. Эхний талбай маань за area of a rectangle буюу эхний ягааныг. За ягаан учраас бүгдээрээ pink гэж. Area of a pink one is what 5 дугаар ангийн хичээл байгаа. За тэгээд 5 дугаар ангийн хөтөлбөр бол юу гэж мэдж байгаа гэхээр талбай тэгш үндэстийн талбайг олохдоо width times length. Length times width гэсэн ийм томьёогоор олдог байгаа. За үүнээс үргэлжлүүлээ 6 дугаар анги болон дунд ангийн хичээлүүд ингээд үргэлжлээд цаашаа аглах сургууль гэдэг ингээд явхад бол бусад бүх хичээлүүд base times height гэсэн ойлголтоор явна. За ийм base times height гэсэн нэршлэр явж байгаа. Энэ бол ялгаа байхгүй. Base гэдэг маань яг энд ороо суур нь байна. Яаж хэлбэртэй хаашаа харсан байна гэдгээс шалтгаалаад аль тал нь суур болох вэ гэдгийг шийднэ. За тэгээ height гэдэг маань энд байх нэ гэсэн. За энэ хоёр зүйлийн ялгааг мэдэх хэрэгтэй. За хэрвээ base times height гэж багш чинь заасан бол сайн байна. Хэрвээ багш тийг заагаагүй байсан бол энэ стандартын дагуу with times length гэж ойлголт өгч явах хэрэгтэй. Ийм зүйл байгаа. Тийм болохоор бас буруу зүйл биш. За гэхдээ өнөөдрөөс эхлээд яг хуу энэ хоёрын альч хэлбэрийг харсан. Энэ бол тэгш үнцгтийн талбайг болж байгаамаа гэдгийг мэдчих хэрэгтэй. За яганых нь яг хуу 10-ыг 5-аар үржүүлнэ. 10-ыг 5-аар үржүүлэхээр 50 50-тай байна. За ингээд энэчнээс бол хэмжигдэхүүн нь бол яг хуу miles times miles гэсэн учраас miles square гэж явна гэсэн үг. За ийм. За тэгвэл бүгдээрээ нөгөө жижигхэн олъё. Area of a rectangle and let's call it white. Цагаан гэж. Цагааных нь талбайг яаж олох вэ гэхээр адилхан base times height. За энэ 3-ыг өрчгөн 3. За 9. За хэмжигдэхүүн маань болохоор зэрэг яг miles times miles stress miles square. Эсвэл бүр үгчлээд бичгээр бол mile 9 square miles гэж хэлж болно гэсэн. За ингээд хоёр талбайгаа олчихлоо. Харин бид нар зөвхөн ялгаатай хэсгийг хайж байгаа учраас бүгдээрээ үргэлжлүүлээд яг ялгааг нь олъё. За ялгааг нь олохын тулд яг том хэмжээнээсээ багыгаа хасаад 50-аас хасах нь 9 ингээд 41 болно гэсэн. За бидний асуулт хариулт маань бол яг энэ ч хэмжигдэхүүнийг өгөхөөргүйгээр бичигдсэн энэ ч байж square miles гэдэг already энэ ч бичигдсэн учраас зөвхөн хэмжээгээ бичээд бид нар болно гэсэн. За 41 square miles. Okay, same question again. What is the area of the shaded region? So since it's asking for the shaded region, not the particular rectangle itself or square itself, there are two squares in this case. So we are going to find the difference. The difference indicates what we will subtract our final values. So let's go ahead find the area of the green square. That is 6 foot times 6 foot, and that will be 36 square. All right, or square feet. Next one is area of the white one, white or the small one. That is 2 foot times 2 equals 4 square feet. Okay, and from here we need to find the difference for the shaded only part, and that is 32. And the difference is what? Shaded area has the area of 32 square feet. And the same thing, let's find the area of the purple one. That is 6 times 6 equals 36 inch squares, square inches, okay, inch square. And the next one is what? The white one, or small one. Area of the white square is 3 times 3. That will be 9 square inches. And let's find the difference for the shaded only area. 36 minus 9 is 27. So the shaded area has area is a 27 square inches. Okay, let me check one more time. I just want to be sure. Yep. Okay, shaded region. So we are still looking for the shaded region only. And area of the green one, or the big one, that is a rectangle. So width times square, width times length, or base times height. That is what? 6 times 10 equals 60 square yards. And the small one or the white one is also a rectangle. So base times height. That will be 12 square yards. And the difference here will be 60 minus 12 is 48 square yards. Okay, 48 square yards. All right. Now here, still, we are looking for the shaded region only. And these two both appear to be squares. So area of a rectangle or area of a square, in this case, let's do the blue one, is 8 times 8. That will be 64 square kilometers. Kilometer square. All right. And the other one is smaller, or the white one. That is 6 times 6 is 36 kilometer square. Now we will find the difference here. 64 minus 36. That will be 28 square kilometers. So 28. Now we have two rectangles here, and let's find the area of that blue rectangle. That will be 6 times 7, and the answer is 42 square millimeters, or millimeter square. And the other rectangle is smaller, or the white one. That will be 3 times 5 is 15 millimeter square, or square millimeters. And let's find the difference between these two. 42 minus 15, that will be 27 millimeters square, or square millimeters. Okay, 27. Great. Okay, so now we have two squares here. Same thing, we're only looking for the shaded region. So area of the yellow one is 6 times 6. That will be 36 meters square, square meters. There are two ways to read that. Area of the small, or the white one, is 2 times 2. That would be 4 meters square. And let's find the difference between the two. And our answer is 32 square meters. Now we are given two rectangles here. Let's find the area of the big one. That's a yellow one. Base times height. It is 8 times 10 will be 80 centimeters square, or square centimeters. And the area of the smaller one, which is the white one, that will be 6 times 4, and that will be 24 centimeters square. Let's find the difference between the two. That will be minus 24. It is 56. All right, 56 square centimeters. Okay, we have two rectangles here. Let's find the area of the blue one. Blue rectangle has the 15 times 19. And that will be, let's find that, 15 times 19 is, it is 45, carry over 4, that's 9, and 13. And the next one will be 1 times 15 is 15, and put a 0 there. fill it in. Now everything is in its right place order. Now let's add them up. We will have 5 and 8 to 285 mile square. Okay, and our smaller one, which is the white one, the area of the white rectangle is base times height. That is 9 times 13. This will be 117 mile square. Now let's go ahead and find the difference between the two. And that will be 285 minus 117. And we need to borrow and rename that. This will become 15. Now subtracted, we will have 8. We will have 6 here, and this is 1. So our final answer is 168 square miles. All right. Here we got 2 squares, and our area of the orange one is 11 times 11. That is 121 square feet. And the smaller one, which is the white one here, that is 8 times 8 will be 64 square feet. Let's find the difference here. 121 minus 64. Again, we will borrow here and rename. This will become 11. Now let's go ahead and subtract it. We will have 7 here, and we have to borrow from here again since we can't subtract 6 out of 1. This will be renamed, and that one will become 11. Now we have 57 square feet. We have 2 rectangles here, so let's go ahead and find the area of the purple rectangle. That is base times height, and that will be 13 times 14. All right, that is 12. Carry over 1. With the carryover 1, it will be that. And now let's move on to this tens place. Since it's a tens place, let's fill in a 0 in ones place. And 1 times 3 is 3. 1 times 1 is 1. Let's add them all up. We will have 182. So the big rectangle's area is 182 square yards or yard square. Okay, the small one is also a rectangle because sides are not exactly the same measure. And let's find the area of the white rectangle. It is base times height. That will be times 10 is 90 yard square. And let's go ahead and find the difference here. 182 minus 90. All right. That will be 2 here, and we will borrow and rename. It will become 18, and our final answer here is 92 square yards. Here we are given 2 squares here. Let's go ahead and find the area of the pink one. That is 17 times 17. If you know your square numbers, that is great. If not, we just gotta go ahead, do the column multiplication, which is 17 times 17. Let's start with the ones place here. 7 times 7, 49, carry over 4. And with the carryover 4, that will become 11. And let's move on to the tens place here. Since it's a tens place, we will 0 filled in there. Now 1 times 7 is 7. 1 times 1 is 1. Let's add them all up. We will have 289. So our answer here is 289. So, oh, sorry, that's a 9. Let me correct that. It is 289 inch square or square inches. Okay, so as a square number, 17 squared or 17 times 17 is what? 289. Remember that. All right, area of the white one or the smaller square is an easy one here. 8 times 8 is 64. Also given in inches, so inch square. Let's go ahead and find the difference here. 289 minus 64. Let's go ahead and subtract. That will be 5. This will be 2 and a 2. So our answer is what? Area of the shaded part is 225 square inches. Here again, we're given squares, 2 squares here. So the area of the blue one, that is 11 times 11, will be 121 centimeter square. And let's move on to the smaller one, which is the white one here. Area of the white one is 8 times 8, which is 64 centimeters square. Let's find the difference between the two. 121 minus 64. So we need to borrow and rename that. This will become 11. And 11 minus 4 will be 7. And we can't subtract 6 out of 1. We are going to borrow from here and rename that. And this will become 11. So 11 minus 6 is 5. All right, the answer will be what? 57 square centimeters. We are almost done here. Let's go ahead and find the area of the blue one. That is the base times height. 17 times 10 will be 170 kilometers square or square kilometers. Okay, and the smaller one, which is the white rectangle, base times height, it will be 6 times 3 is 18 kilometer square. Now let's go ahead and find the difference between the two. 170 minus 18. Now we need to borrow here and rename that. That borrowed 1 will come here. It's a 110 here. 10 minus 8 is 2. This one is 5. And our answer here is 152 square kilometers. And we got 2 squares here. Oh, that's 17 again. So you should remember it by now. Area of the purple one is what? Base times height, which is 17 times 17 equals 289. It is useful to remember and know your square numbers, meaning what? Number being multiplied by itself. So smaller part, which is the white square, is 6 times 6 is 36 meter square. Let's find the difference between the two. 289 minus 36. That will be 3, 5, and 2. So our answer here is the shaded area has area of 253 square meters. All right, again, there is big square here. Let's find the square of the area of the big square, which is the blue one. It is 20 times 20 is 400 mile square. And our smaller one, which is the white rectangles area, is 6 times 6 will be 36 mile square or square miles. Let's go ahead and find the difference here. Let's subtract the 2. We need to do some borrowing. We gotta borrow from the tens place, but our tens place is also 0. So we will go to the hundreds place. That will become 1 less. rename that. And then we are going to put 10 here. But then we still need to borrow 1's place here. That means one of these 10 needs to come over here. And we will make this 10's place 1 less. So we are borrowing again. Okay, so twice. Alright, so 10 minus 6 is 4. 9 minus 3 is 6. And there is nothing to subtract. Final answer is 364 square miles. Alright, we have 2 rectangles here. We have area of the pink one, and that is base times height, 24 times 30. And that will be 720. How do I know that? I can do 24 times 3, which is 72, and add a 0 at the end. So number of zeros here, they match. So it's a little bit helpful when you're doing mental math here. So square feet. And then let's find the area of the smaller one. That white rectangle is base times height. Again, see that? There's 1 0 here. I will just multiply 12 times 1. That is 12, and add a 0 at the end. See? 1 0 and 1 0. They match. So this is square feet again. And let's go ahead and find the difference. So 720 minus 120. All right, that's an easy one. The answer will be 600 square feet. All right, now we're entering the challenge zone here. We are given 2 squares because each one of them, they have same length of sides. All right, let's find the purple one's area. So we have 24 times 24. Okay, if you know your square numbers, that's great. If you don't, you can do column multiplication. So when you're doing column multiplication, start with your 1's place and multiply everything in the first number, which is 4 times 4, 16, carry over 1. 4 times 2 is 8, with the carryover 1 will be 9. Now we are moving on to the 10's place here, 10's place. So since we are moving to 10's place, let's put a 0 in the 1's place, so we will hold the place here. Now 2 times 4 is 8, and 2 times 2 there is 4. All right, so let's go ahead and add them all up. I have 6. This is 17, carry over 1, this will be 5. Now, that's the first one, 576 millimeter square. And let's go ahead, find the area of the second one, which is the smaller square there. And we had this number before, you should remember that. 13 times 13 is 169 millimeter square. All right, now let's go ahead and find the difference between the two by subtracting these two values. All right, we need to borrow and rename. This will become 1 less, and that one will be 16. Now 16 minus 9 is 7. Here it is going to be 0 and a 4. So our answer here is what? Shaded areas area is 407 square meters. There we go. All right. Now we have 2 rectangles here. Let's find the area of the green one that has a base times height, which is 30 times 23. Let's do a little mental math here. So we have one value that has a 0 in 1's place. So all we gotta do is multiply 23 by 3. So if you have 23 multiplied by 3, I will have 69. And there is 1 0 there, so let's add that 1 0 at the end. So the green rectangle's area is 690 centimeter square, and a smaller one, which is the white rectangle's area, is base times height, and that will be what? 22 times 11. Okay, and that is 242, and that is a centimeter square. Let's go ahead and find the difference between the two areas. 242. So we're going to do a little bit of borrowing and renaming. This will become 10. It's 8. This will be 4. This will be 4. And our final answer here is 448 square centimeters. All right. I believe this is our last question here. We have two rectangles. So let's go ahead and find the area of the pink or the bigger rectangle there. We have base times height, which is 31 times 30. So let's go ahead and multiply 31 times 3 here. That will be 93. And add that 10 at the end. That will be 930 is the answer to this multiplication. All right, let's go ahead and find the area of the smaller rectangle, which is the white one here. That will be base times height, 9 times 29. So the answer will be, my tens are 20. That will be 189. All right, and yard square. Let's go ahead and find the difference between the two. 930 minus 189. All right, so we need to do some borrowing and renaming. This will become 1 less 2, and there will be 10 more here. 10 minus 9 is 1. Now we can't subtract 8 out of 2, so let's go ahead and borrow and rename that 1 less. That 1 will be coming here. This is 4, and this is 7. So our final answer here is 741 square yards. All right, that is it.